Welcome to Acro Yoga with Ulu Yoga for the second episode.
With me, Astri here, and
With me, Caspian. And we are joined today by the wonderful two students here. We have on the right
Brent,
and on the left.
Minty.
Nice. Okay, so today we touched on the basics and the first postures in the first episode. If you haven't watched that already, please go back and check that one out. And today we're going to go through 4 more poses.
Those 4 more poses we will share in this episode. They are chair,
We have high flying whale.
and we have folded leaf.
And the last one, probably the most challenging today, is going to be Shin to foot.
So we're definitely leveling up a little bit more than what we had the previous one.
And same as the previous episode, we've already done a bit of warm-up ourselves. We've done a bit of practice to get the body prepared. So feel free to pause the video, take this moment to do your own warm-ups. And we're going to jump straight into the partner practices.
Yes. So our first partner practices is downward dog arch. Can I have 2 volunteers, please?
So this is actually a trio activity. We're going to do it, us 3? Yeah. Okay.
So
Who wants to be the down dog? Okay, so Astri is taking a down dog. Yeah. So what we'll have is we'll have Brent come round to the front. And you're going to stand facing away from Astri. Feet either side of her hands and her wrists. Careful not to step on them. Nice. And so what we want to find, this is an activity where each of us are doing a different job. So Brent, you're going to reach your hands back for Astri's back or kind of sacrum area and slowly bring your hips down onto her back and then gently rest back and arch back. I'm just going to slide this around to the side a bit. Yep. Arch back, lean back. Astri, maintain your down dog shape. So lengthening.
So for you as a downward dog person, it's just maintaining your shape, especially when the weight's starting to introduce to your body.
And now Brent brings his hands over his head. We connect at the forearms in a monkey grip. So we're holding each other's wrists. I'm just going to step back and gently lean back, sharing my weight to Brent. So
Here, we're constantly communicating with each other.
You guys okay?
Yep.
All good, nice. And when we're done, we're going to slowly walk back round. I'm going to lift Brent back off Astri, helping him up. Nice. We come round either side of her.
I will walk my hands closer to my feet in a ragdoll position.
So here we're just going to give a nice little release for the glutes and for the hips. So we create nice fists. And we do a little drumming. We're aiming for the soft spots here, so not on the bones. Just giving a nice little drum. And then when we're done, we slowly help her come back up to standing. Good. We're going to do one more round as a demonstration where we switch the roles. Brent, this time you can be the down dog. Just so I'm going to explain a few more things. Nice. Yep. So something to think about in this activity, obviously in the down dog we want to lengthen the hips and it's a spine lengthening exercise. If you're doing your yoga practice, you should know about this already.
Move forward a little bit more, please.
Woo. Nice. And the main thing for the back bender, for this person who's leaning on, which is me in this case, I want to engage from my core. So I want to pull my pubic bone up, tuck my ribs down. This protects my lower back. So then more opening and more stretching is going to come into the upper back, the thoracic region. Okay, so I lean back, again, engaging posterior, tilting the hips, keeping this nice strong core engagement, opening the spine here.
So we're coming into, again, like a monkey grip position. As Caspian showed earlier, we are legs together, leaning back. If this is too much for you as this person who are pulling back, step back a little bit more. And then come into a forward fold position instead. How are you guys doing?
Oh, I'm getting a good stretch.
Nice. So instead of hips forward, this time you're slightly piking and leaning back with your body weight still. And then slowly, you're coming back up. Keep the connection of your
Step
hand.
in front. Okay. Nice.
Then we give an extra drumming for the downward dog.
Nice. So again, going for all the soft bits. Nice. Coming up. Just to note, obviously, if it's a lot of back bend or anything feels uncomfortable as either roll the down dog or the back bender, you can always say down as well. Okay, let's switch it. Minty's turn. If you're doing this at home, we recommend everyone take a turn at each of the 3 rolls. Astri's going in. Nice. Yep. So it creates a nice. It's a wonderful exercise because actually it gives a nice back bend to one person. It also helps lengthen and stretch out the down dog, and you get a bit of work into counterbalancing and supporting as the person at the back. Nice.
Another thing for you as the person on top of the downward facing dog, making sure your feet are stay on the ground. If any point the feet lifted up, then there's too much of a pulling back. Yeah.
And come around to the front.
Come round. Thank you, Brent.
Walk it back, cross the arms, and enjoy this.
Jump it high.
Feels good, right?
Okay.
Nice. Okay, let's do one more round. I haven't been the down dog yet. Which one? You haven't had the back bend. Okay, I'll give you the back bend.
Come more forward, please.
I'll go on here.
Do it, Minty. Stepping on the outside. Yes. So your hands on the sacrum. There you go. A little bit more down. There. You there? Okay, Brent, with that?
I feel good. I'm getting a nice stretch into the hamstrings. Brent was just asking how it feels.
There's constant communication between these 3. It's important to know, like, is this too much or too little, a little bit more, a little less. It's totally up to you.
Coming out. Nice. Whew.
Nice. Jump it high.
Oh, that feels good. So nice and funny. Okay. Thank you, guys. Whew. Whoa, nice.
So that's the back already being stretched, being open for one of our poses. And then we're going to move on into our second warm-up, which is Choo-choo train.
Oh, nice. Yes, choo-choo train's good. Okay, I will go this way. Yeah, it's gonna look good. So, if you do your yoga practice, you know tabletop position, which is the hands stacked directly below the shoulders, knees stacked directly below the hips. We are just doing an upside down tabletop on the ground.
I will mirror the upside down tabletop. Same thing. See grip just under the knee on the upper side of the shin bone. And I present my upper shin bone to one hand of the base.
And I'm keeping my hands here. I'm not bending to receive her leg. I want to present my hands for her to step into.
So I lean in my weight body to the points that I have.
Very nice.
And I place my other knee on the other hand.
So firstly, we just stabilize here, make sure we feel comfortable and all good. If this is feeling great, then we can move to level 2.
So we move alternately, one leg and hand each other.
Choo-choo. Choo-choo train. Maybe go a little faster.
As we move, we keep engaging by squeezing towards our midline.
Nice. Level 3, we can open a little wider and just test our strength at range of motion. A little bit tough there on the arms, Astri. Nice. Good?
Yep. And to come down, I straighten my leg. I come or exit the pose towards base's head.
Yeah, so here I'm just bending the elbows a little bit, guiding her feet over my head.
And I think of straighten my legs and stand on the ground.
Cool. Okay. Let's have Minty and Brent.
For this round.
Give this a go.
Yes.
Very nice. Really good. Nice stepping in. So they had level 1 really stable straight away. Level 2's going to challenge them a bit more. Train noises. Sound effects always are good. Make things more fun. Maybe go a little faster.
So
Good.
feel free to taking your time from move one level to the next. It's no hurry.
Yep.
It's just about to build up the trust and
Level
the integration
3.
of the body.
Maybe try and keep these arms a bit straighter. Let's see. One more time. Level 3. Nice. Yeah, that's the limit. Good.
Awesome.
Good to find your limit and test it a little bit.
Nice. That's really great, guys.
Do you want to try and switch, be on the bottom and top? Okay. So again, just coming back to acro principles, the key here is keeping straight arms, especially if you're on the bottom. If you bend, you're going into using muscle rather than straightening, using bone stacking.
If you would like to give it a go with a different position like this, we're going to have the third person to spot the top person. Yeah?
Yeah. You can always spot if you feel necessary. You can always ask for one. Slowly, slow and controlled to start with.
Yes.
Yeah,
Heels
good.
up, heels up. So I'm giving a little cues to Minty. So same thing, you need to keep the shin bone in a flat form, like level up position.
Good job, guys. Maybe try level 3 just a little bit. See where you get to. Nice. And down.
That
Good
is
job.
really awesome. Good job, Minty and Brent.
Good teamwork.
Yeah.
Nice.
Really nice. That was a little tough, but yes.
Okay, so the last warm-up exercise we've got.
So the last one, we have a counterbalance for a chair position.
Ah, yeah, the counterbalance squatting. Cool. So we're going to use dude grip or monkey grip for this one. We give you two options. Dude grip is like a dude handshake. Hey, dude. Monkey grip, we've just already covered, is forearm to forearm, so gripping the forearm. Let's do monkey grip to start with and see how it goes. Get your watch out of the way. So here we want to have the feet forwards almost touching, maybe touching, hips a little bit forwards and the shoulders opening back.
So here, as we lean back, both of us using our own body width. At the moment, as you see in the camera, like my body a lot smaller than Caspian. If I let him to lean more, I'm coming towards him. Yeah?
Also good to know, you keep the arms nice and straight. We're not pulling using muscles here. We're using the counterbalance weight of each other.
So average alignment for this position is the toes are almost touching toward each other. Only for me, that's work for myself. I will open my feet a little wider on the outside of Caspian feet. That will just give me more weight distribution. Yeah? And I extend my arm here.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, we good?
Yeah.
So when you feel good and you've got this nice counterbalance, we bend the knees and squat down. Again, keeping those hips a bit forwards, really leaning into each other.
So we're still using our body weight as I lean back. The arm is still straight here.
Maybe we go to level 2, where we let go of the bottom hand on the down, and we connect it on the top. So we're alternating the hands, bottom to top, lean a bit more. Nice. Maybe level 3, one sec, stay at the top. Level 3, we let go, and then at the top, we also let go for a moment, so we have a moment of kind of float.
Yeah, give you a little air in between.
Ready? A little bit more challenging. Nice.
Good.
This is even easier if you're similar weight and size, but you can definitely do it regardless.
So another tips or trick on this one, you want to feel the action on your thighs.
Okay. Nice.
If the action not happening or your thighs are not firing, then you're just coming up and down without leaning back.
One thing I'll give you, Simon, is a bit more hips forwards and chest a little bit more back. And make sure this grip feels really secure.
Less for Brent.
There we go. Okay. Nice.
Did it work?
Feel better? Level 2. Perfectionist in me. Try and swing the arm back behind you and overhead. Yes.
Nice. Lean a little bit more back, Minty. Just a touch.
Really feel that counterbalance the whole way.
Yes.
Maybe try level 3. Get that a little bit there.
Yeah!
Nice. Good try. Sweet.
Cool.
This is a fun little exercise to practice, and it's good for firing up the legs, working on the counterbalance and the engagement of the arms and everything.
Right. These are the fun exercise partner workout we can share on this. There's much more that we can share along this video. Let's move on into our first posture, which is chair pose.
Yeah.
I help my base coming down to the ground.
And then? Nice.
Flyer, you step or stand near the ears of the base.
So you want the ankles tiny bit forwards, an inch or two. The ankles right next to the ears of the base, essentially. From here, I'm going to take those same C grip. I'm going to bend the elbows and secure to the ankles and keep my elbows nice and tight in towards my chest. I'll also roll up, tucking, and bringing the toes to the mid-thigh. So halfway down the thigh, I want to find my toes.
Soon as I feel the contact of the toes.
What if I'm not flexible enough to reach? I can't get to your mid-thigh.
If I don't feel any contacts, that means maybe the base little tighten the hamstring. I come onto my tippy toes, or if you have blocks at home or thick book or anything that you can elevate yourself can work. Soon as I feel that, I just sit down.
So she sits all her weight onto my feet. I receive that, and then you see how my knees are bent to my chest. Really important from here, my hips are elevated off the mat right now, so I'm not very stable. I'm moving a lot. I want to push my feet away from me, bring her hips stacked on top of my hips, and now they're grounded nicely on the ground. From here, I can extend up, and it's much easier to press up. Straight away, once we're up and we feel stable and comfortable, I can drop one hand from the ankle, place it on the bottom of the foot.
On those motions from moving back and extending the legs as the base, I keep my knees and the level of my hips the whole time.
Nice.
So from here, when I already feel sitting up, there's feel of elongation of the spine towards the ceiling or the sky.
This is a pose where it's quite common for the foot position to be not quite correct at the start. Relax. I'm showing a bad example where my feet are sliding to the sides. Maybe you can see here. This is quite common. What we can do here is we want to adjust the foot. So I'll tell Astri, I'm going to move this foot. So I'm squeezing to tell her which foot, and then I want her to lean into the other side.
So on that movement, for me as a flyer, I will shift towards the foot that I want to give the weight in and slightly forward, because there's two hands supporting the weight and one foot. If I lean back, then he doesn't have any support on my feet.
So when that shift happens, I can freely take the other foot away, and I have time now and space to replace it where it's most comfortable. Then I'll squeeze until I'm going to take this foot away now.
Soon as that foot replaced, I shift the weight into the foot that replaced.
And adjust the foot position.
Then it feels more comfortable.
Nice. So yeah, just a note on that foot position, you want the whole foot in contact. The heel should not be out behind in midair. It should be in contact, and the toes on the thighs. Everything nice and firmly and securely in place. Seat bones just on the arches. of the feet. Okay, to come back down, we need to adjust the hands first. So make sure that if we come down like this, she's going to step on my hands. So I first transfer them back to the ankles.
And I keep my knees high as he replacement the hands.
Then coming down, I bend the knees, but more importantly, I'm going to guide her feet down towards the ground as I bend my knees and allow her to step away. I'm not holding on to the ankles.
So for you, flyer, think about you just walk towards whichever direction you are looking.
Okay, let's cover the spotting. So Brent just asked for the tiptoes there because it's a little bit more challenging to reach sometimes. Okay, so for the spotting, let's just repeat that. Can you guys come back down, sorry, so I can just talk about the spotting? So I'm going to start in a warrior stance on the side of the base. I want to make sure that I can reach to the hips here with my hands. As they enter, I follow the hips. And I can even help lift here if they need and help support and lift them into that chair pose. Nice. So similar to other poses we've done before, I'm just going to keep the spot around the hips. Again, one hand on the far side in case it falls in one direction. So I can be there to secure it. Nice. I can also check the alignment. So the feet are a little bit wide here. So I can tell Brent, okay, maybe adjust the feet. Bring the foot closer in to the middle. And same with this one. Very nice.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, looks better. Good. Very good. Alignment looks good. Good job.
Other than spotter to see what is going on, for you as a flyer also can feel it's not right positioned or anything, just can tell the spotter or even the base straight away.
Just in case you couldn't see, this is the warrior stance. I'm taking closest hand to the near side, furthest hand around the far side. Coming back down. I follow all the way down and I keep hold. In case he keeps hold of her ankles here and she's falling forwards, that's why I want to stay here spotting, making sure she's okay. Yeah. Nice. Okay, let's switch around.
Yeah.
Who's going?
This?
You want to fly, Minty? Yeah.
Come forward a little bit more. Yes. And sit down.
Look very good. So just a note there for Minty, try and lift your own knees up a little bit, help support a little bit on the entry, but otherwise very good. And from here you can just think about sitting nice and straight. Yes.
Can we adjust the foot position? Can you lean to this hand? Just a tiny bit, that's too much.
Nice. So we think of subtle movement here as a flyer. It's not a huge amount of shift we need to do. Just think of pushing the weight just down into that side and pressing through your feet slightly as well. Nice. Very subtle, small moves.
There you go. How it feels? Yes.
Good.
So to come down, keep your knees high.
Yeah.
Straighten the legs.
Think of standing up. Yeah. Wonderful. Okay, let's change the roles around. Let's have Minty basing and Brent flying. I'll spot.
Yes, please.
So you want to go mid-thigh with the toes if you can. If it's struggling, then maybe Brent can go on his tippy toes. And think of bending your knees a bit more as well, maybe. That might also help. Very good. Sit back. Okay. Even lower. So Brent was just asking for an adjustment there, a little bit lower, so he feels even better. Yep, bring the feet back first. Nice. And then press up. Push up, up, up. Extend the legs. Nice.
Nice, Minty.
Get the hands underneath the feet. Extend your arms fully. Yeah.
Right,
And Brent,
extend the
you
arms
can bend your knees a little bit more. So sometimes when we're in this chair pose, we tend to extend our feet forwards. Here we want to bend them so they're nice and 90 degrees underneath us. Yeah, very good. Yeah. So Minty's requesting an adjustment of the feet. Explaining which side to lean. Yeah, it's good. Keep it stable. And then the other one.
Tiny bit. Yes, that's nice adjustment.
And she's doing a really good job here as well of keeping that stack of the thighs and the hips all in one line, stacked on top of each other. Yeah, you can wave, you can enjoy your moment in your chair, relax, read a book as you like.
Nice.
Okay.
Thinking of what I'm gonna have for lunch or dinner.
And come down. So remember the first thing. Yeah. Good job.
Bending the knees.
Guide the feet to the ground first so that he can stand up. Yes, and then make sure to let go. Really good.
Nice. Really awesome.
Nice. So, yeah, that was chair. That was really nice. That was a very good job. We're going to move on to the next pose, which is a very similar entry actually as well.
Yes. Our next pose is flying whale or high flying whale.
I'm going to face this way this time so they can see and your face will be facing. Okay. So, very similar entry type. We're going to stand in the same pose, similar things. The difference this time is instead of my feet reaching to the mid-thigh, I'm going to go for the lower to middle of the back with my toes. Okay? So again, securing the hands around the ankles and reaching up.
I'll flip my hands around the ankle of the base.
So we're going to go for the mid to low back, and as soon as Astri feels this contact, she can explain.
I lean back and put my weight towards the feet by bending my knees a little bit more.
Nice. So I receive this here by bending my knees as well. I'm also going to do the same thing we did in the chair of sending my feet a little bit away from me and then extending and pressing up. Okay?
As he extending the legs and the arms, I start to engaging the whole body here. Then I let go of the hands I have on the ankles and I interlace the fingers, support my own head.
Nice. This is one of the few exception poses in Acro Yoga where we don't find the stack position of the hips over the hips or the kind of straight line of the feet, bases feet above the hips, and the arms are slightly over the head as well. The reason for this is we want to find the most comfortable position here, and the most comfortable is having 50% of the weight in the arms and 50% in the feet. If I'm stacked with my feet, there's a lot of weight now falling over my head on my arms, which is very difficult. And if I'm stacked with my arms,
oh, that's so scary for the flyer too.
It's scary and it's falling away. It's very difficult. So we find a nice, comfortable kind of position in the middle of the two.
Another option that we can do as a flyer, I can stag one of my leg and tracing my inner legs on the other side and keeping my knee centered or more into the center of gravity.
When this happens at the base, I just let her hand drift out of mine, let her foot drift out of my hand. I can double up the hands or I can just stay on one if I like, whatever feels comfortable.
Slowly, I extend back. To come down, I place my hands back into the ankle.
I bend the knees, guide her feet down next to my ears one more time, and then help push her back up to standing.
Chin towards the chest and slowly stand back up.
Nice. As Brent was indicating just then, this makes for a very nice picture, actually, high flying whale. It's one of those very photogenic acro poses. Okay, some of the spotting.
Yeah.
So, as with most poses for the spotting, we're going to be watching the hips one more time of the flyer. This time I want to be facing away or facing towards the flyer's front and facing in this direction. This way I can help secure around the hips, and also I can even bring one hand under the back or the chest here to help support. Nice.
Yes, please. Ooh, that's nice.
So there's an adjustment going on here with the toes. We'll explain that in a second. So keeping the focus on the spotting for now, we want to have this one hand around the far side in case, if again, they fall in this direction, my hand is here to secure. If I'm one hand on this side and one hand under here, I don't have the ability, or maybe I won't be fast enough to get round to make sure they stay safe. This other hand can also help support under here if there's a lot of back bend, anything like that. Okay?
Yeah. Less toes.
And then coming down. On the down, I can also help lift and support the back of the flyer to make sure it's less intense on their back bend. Very nice. Okay. So let's switch it around and we'll explain in the demo what's happening with the toes there in the back bend. Minty, you want to fly? Okay, Brent, you can. Okay. Okay, so if Brent does the spotting.
Can you squat a little bit for me?
Because of the height difference, Astri's asking Minty to just bend the knees a little bit first. Yep. Leaning back. Extending up, very nice. You can bring the hands behind your neck.
How are you feeling, Minty?
Okay, so here what we were talking about earlier with the toes, essentially the base here can point their toes more to cause more back bend. Is that comfortable? And then they can flex the toes, the feet more down towards them to reduce the amount of back bend. So depending on your flyer and their back bend kind of comfortability, you should communicate and discuss what you like. And this is also where the spotter comes in as another role. If they can't quite talk to each other very effectively because they can't see each other here, maybe the spotter can communicate for them. So Brent's talking between the two of them. Nice.
So another point for flyers here is tendency the legs are wide apart. Bring the legs together. That will give a lot of stability for the base to support you.
Okay, coming down.
Down.
You can help lift under the back. Yes, very nice. Good job. A little note for the basing there, just to make it more comfortable on the down. If you guide their feet next to your ears rather than further over the head, it's more comfortable and easier for you to stand out of the pose. Okay. Up to you. Yeah, sure. Do the other direction. Minty gonna base. No problem. Minty can base. You can fly.
Can you spot again?
Yep. So just a note again, because guys tend to be a little bit top heavier, I would advise maybe a little bit reaching the toes a little bit higher than the lower back for Brent's position. But let's see. Yeah. Even higher if you can. You can bring your hips off the ground slightly to reach. Yeah. There we go. And then bend your knees to receive his weight once he leans back onto your feet. Yes.
Yes,
there.
that's it.
And now bend and receive, and then press and extend away from you. Rather than up to the sky, bring your feet away from you. How does that feel? You can bring the hands behind your head. He likes it.
Lock the legs, Minty.
So find your comfortable position as a bait. You're okay? Yeah. That's why we spot. So instability. So I'm doing a bit of hot potatoing here. I'm giving them a moment to feel the balance. And then if it's too much going one way or another, I'm grabbing and supporting.
Legs
feel okay?
together, Brent. That will help Minty.
Again.
Extend your arm, Minty. Yes.
Find that nice 50-50 balance in the arms and the legs. Do you feel that? Yeah? Nice. I think she's found her comfortable position. Good.
Yay!
So they were just talking about the toes and the heel and just saying it's exactly where it should be. Okay, let's come back down. I'm going to support under Brent. Guide the feet near to the ears. Yeah. So the closer you bring his feet to your ears, that's for both ears, the easier he can stand up. Nice. Good job. Really good.
Good job.
That was a great example of how spotting is like so necessary. You know, in a compromising position like this, Brent's head is towards the ground. It can be an unsafe place for him. So that's exactly why we practice these poses with spotters. And it gives you the opportunity to find that balance. And then I can help correct if you need for a moment, and then you can balance again.
Nice. They did really great job for the last posture. And we will move on into our next posture. We called it folded leaf.
So this is actually a little bit of an easier one, a little bit more therapeutic. But let's go through it and find the nice position.
So again, flyer, just stand facing towards the base, and then we take from there.
So this is looking the same as the entry to the front plank or the bird. The difference now will be that I will turn my toes out and my heels in, so that my feet are on just the upper thigh below the pelvis.
And from there, I forward fold, place my hand just below the knees, the same position as we did the Choo train in the warm-up.
Cool. I'll place my hands up towards the shoulders of the flyer, and she bends her elbows here and sinks the chest down.
So I give my weight and presenting my shoulders towards the base.
So the hands here are just for extra support on the shoulders. The main work's going to come on receiving through the knees, and then pressing the heels up to the sky, opening, extending to this folded leaf position.
So soon as the base lengthening or extending the legs, I start to opening my legs slightly out into a pike straddle and bring the legs heavier towards the ground.
Nice.
I will come towards some vocabularies of Acro after we demo this posture.
So here what we're looking for, this is actually a therapeutic or a relaxing pose, so we can help to relax the flyer's hands down to the ground. You can also stay in contact with the shoulders if that's where you feel comfortable, no problem. But we're looking to lengthen their spine here, so we want this 90-degree shape of their legs to their spine, and this helps to lengthen and traction using gravity, using her own body weight to just stretch out that spine. It feels really nice.
For you as a flyer, after you opening the legs to the side, just relax your upper body from the hips towards the head and engage the lower parts of your body and bring them heavier towards the floor. Other than that, just enjoying the movement.
Nice. This is the first most basic therapeutic pose. We're not focusing on therapeutic poses at the moment, so for now I'll simply say you can do some massage stuff and things that just feel nice and natural for you. But for us, we're just going to focus on balancing and staying stable here, and then coming back out of the pose. So to come out,
I place my hands back where they were.
I can also help that action if she needs. Bring my hands back to the shoulders, and we reverse everything. Bending the knees.
Soon as I feel the ground, my feet in contact with the ground, slowly I roll myself up into a standing position. Feel free to keep your hands on the feet in case you have a blood rush or slightly lightheaded because you'll be in an upside down position.
Nice. Okay.
So before we move on into the spotting, I will give you a little vocabulary of the names of the poses as a flyer. It's really important for you to know. Otherwise, this can be challenging for the long run of the practice. So can we do it together, guys?
Yeah.
So the first one is straight. So you just bring your arms up towards the ceiling. Everything in a stark line from your wrists to your elbows, shoulders, your rib cage, your hips, your knees, and the ankle. And then it's arch by bringing your rib cage popping out towards the front. So this is what it looked like to the side. Then come into the hollow position where bring that rib cage more in. Suck the rib cage in. And then coming back to straight. So another thing is straddle. So you open the legs apart.
So this is straddle.
Straddle.
We're opening the legs wider. So if we were to say straddle more, Bring the legs wider, straddle less. Nice. And we can do pike as well. So if we come to straight, piking is folding from the hips or folding the legs towards the chest. So folding forwards is piking. Also lifting your leg towards you would be piking. So here you're piking the right leg. Okay? So if I say more pike, more pike, more pike, fold, 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 less pike, more open, more open. Very nice. Last one.
Another thing is we call it stag. Yeah? So stag, as we saw in the previous posture, is basically bending one knee, doesn't matter which one, and tracing the inside line of the other leg. Tendency when we stag, the knee comes out like this. So we want to hug the knee, keep it in to bringing the compactness and the gravity stay in the center. Otherwise, the knee comes out and then the weight distributing everywhere.
And then it's a tree pose.
Yes, exactly.
Then the last one we were touching on, the straddle and the pike, is combining the two together. So straddling and then piking creates you a pike straddle or a straddle pike. Either way you can say it is acceptable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Let's move on into our spotting.
Can I fly?
Yeah.
Cool. I want to fly this one.
So this is the first spotting for inversion, or meaning like your head below than your heart. So the spotting will be belly of the spotter against the back of the flyer of any inverted spotting. Yeah? I come into my warrior stand and I touch on the hips of the flyer to start with. As they coming up, I can also change into my goddess position. Choose whichever feel comfortable for you. And at the same time, I will not block the fuel from the base as well. Okay? From here, I will just spot around the hips of the flyer and also with the legs as well. Because sometimes is the leg come around, so I can also stabilize the legs of the base at the same time supporting the flyer in this position.
Cool.
They're
we
giving
come?
some massage.
I was gonna say let's come down, but I'm getting some massage, so I'm gonna stay here a bit longer.
To come down, I grab the hips of the flyer again and slowly help up and support the flyer until it's safely on the ground.
I got a nice blood rush there.
Yeah.
So very good to have the support.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay,
Right.
let's have Minty Base. Who would you like to fly in this one? Okay, go for it. We'll have Brent do the spotting.
Okay. Ready? Hands on the shoulders and extend your legs up. There you go.
Looks very nice. I'm going to come around this side and have a look. So again, we want to find that stack of the feet or the hips over the hips as well. Find that nice alignment. Feels more comfortable there? Yeah, you want to find the most comfortable position again, as always. Astri's doing a nice job of straddling and piking here. This adds that shelf for the feet and creates it nice and stable. Good. Feels very comfortable?
Yeah.
Good. Nice. Okay, let's come back down. Nice. Nice helping. Hit the spot.
So another tips I can give for Minty as well as a base. It was really nice, but keep some resistance as it coming down. Otherwise, the flyer will come into a squat position.
Cool. Let's switch around. While they're setting up, we'll just mention that therapeutic acro is a whole different world and different type of practice that we also teach and cover in some other sessions. We'd love for you to learn more about that as well. But for now, we're focusing on the solar today. Solar being the acrobatic practice. I'm going to spot this one, sorry.
Nice.
Shape looks good, the position looks good, it feels good. She says, yeah. She wants to stay here longer. Nice. There's a little taster of what therapeutic acro yoga looks like. It is really nice to receive. It's also very nice to give. Okay, as much as you're enjoying it, let's come back down. Get that blood rush? Nice. Good job.
Okay.
Really nice. Taking this session down a little notch, right? It slows it down and everything, yeah. So if you think things are getting too intense, always you can come and practice this for the leaf pose. It's super nice. So
Let's move on into our last posture in this video, which is shin to foot.
Shin to foot, awesome. I just adjust the mat slightly. Perfect. So in our first episode, we did foot to shin, which was the flyer's foot on the base's shin. For this one,
In this one, we have the shin of the flyer on the feet of the base.
okay. So we connect the hands the same as in that foot to shin pose. And here we're doing the reverse of having my toes split just around the tops of the shins of the flyer.
We do a little timing here.
So again, inhale moves out, exhale comes in, and I scoop the feet up.
And I think of doing my child pose as I come up.
Let's do that one more time so everyone can see. So Astri is going to bend and hug her knees towards her chest. She's trying to curl into
So the action will be as coming out, in, bend my knees and bring my knees towards my chest, and I sinking my hips towards the heels.
And I'm doing the exact same scoop as always when we're entering to most poses. Okay? Inhale, exhale, scoop up. So I can bend my knees a little bit at first or lengthen, find that comfortable position.
Okay. So another thing for you can do for the level up your practice in this pose is start to lengthening the body towards the ceiling.
So I'm going to push my toes or the balls of my feet up a little bit to support her.
As I come up, I ask to give more toes. Slowly. And I pushing down towards my shin bone to the foot and like thrusting my hips forward towards the front.
So it's important here, obviously, same as other poses, to focus where you're looking as a flyer. So looking forwards or looking up helps opposed to looking down.
It's really important here to squeeze into our midline.
Okay, and when you want to come down from this pose,
I start to bending from my hip hinges, come into the child pose position.
we reconnect the hands here, and then I'll reverse the entry, so bending the knees.
I think I'll straighten my legs and stand on the ground.
Okay, let's do the spotting. Let's have Brent. So spotting, same as the other poses we've done already. We're watching the hips one more time. I'm facing towards the head of the base. One hand around the far side, one hand around the near side.
Yep.
Bending the knees, scooping. Make sure I take my fingers out so they don't get trapped inside. And importantly, I can change one hand here to the front, to the shoulder. So rather than both hands staying around the hips, I'm going to bring one under the shoulder. This way, if they tip forwards here, I can help secure and support from the shoulder. Lifting up to the full pose.
Slowly.
That's good. So as they're lifting up, I'm going to switch my hand, belly and back. So I secure here, and support. Similar to other poses we'll do in the future, you want to stay nice and close when you're belly and back spotting. Okay, so maybe just a centimeter away. This way, if they fall very quickly one side or another, I can grab and secure and help stabilize them.
Is that happen during the practice? For you as a flyer, avoiding to touch or to grab your spotter, let the spotter do the job, and then you just lock your ship.
Cool.
So come down.
Coming down. So I switch back again to the shoulder, supporting here, and as they come up, I can help lift the shoulder, stand up. Nice one. Okay, Minty's up. Astri, gonna fly again?
Yeah. Yep. Ready?
Little tempo out and in, and then the scoop. Very nice. You can extend your legs here and push the toes or the balls of the feet up more to take some of the weight out of the hands. So if you find that your fly is leaning on top of you too much, pushing the weight through the hands, you want to give them some more support from your toes, from the balls of your feet. Nice.
Bring these hips a little bit more down towards the ground. Yes.
So Astri's just giving a cue there on the hips of the base.
Ground these hips more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very good.
You feel that?
I like what they're doing here of keeping the hands out. So if you're feeling unstable, unsure, this is the first time, in this case is Minty's first time basing this pose, keeping those hands there as added security is a nice activity to do, nice practice. And you also don't need to fully extend. If you feel comfortable here, you can just stay here in the child's pose.
Down.
And then come down.
Keep your arms straight.
Nice.
Nice.
Explain that one, Astri.
So I did ask Minty to keep her arms straight while I'm coming down in the previous posture, because if we don't have an arm straight, we as a flyer feel like we're gonna come and then crush the head of the base. So this is your first safetyness, and then coming back down is the second safetyness.
Okay, let's have Minty fly. Are you okay to spot this, or do you want me to spot? I'll spot. Bend the knees in, come all the way to your child's pose. And then sink the hips a lot down. So, come back a second. This is the position that Minty was in. You see how much her bum's lifted away from her heels here? This is obviously very unstable, so she wants to sink the hips down, find that comfortable position on the heels resting. Very nice. Okay, we're going hands free. Awesome. How's it feel? Good. Nice. So like we said also, if you're not comfortable flying and coming all the way up, maybe she wants to lift up a little bit and get the feeling, but if it feels a bit scary, you don't have to extend all the way, you know? See how it feels, you know? Play with it. And make sure, obviously, when you're spotting, you're staying nice and present the whole time. Very good. Okay, coming down. Straight the legs, stand up. Yes. Nice. Good job. So this was the most challenging pose of the day. You guys did awesome. You based it and flew it really well.
Yay.
Nice one. Okay. Let's do a little recap.
Right, so we will make it in a not flow, like review what the things that we just did in this episode. So first we have chair pose.
So entering to your chair pose, switching the hands underneath. When you're here, you can rotate. If you're flying, you can wave, smile, have fun.
Read the book.
Coming back down, remember to switch the hands, guide the feet next to the ears, and let them step away and stand up. Nice.
The second pose we have high flying whale.
Mid to low back with the toes, bend, receive, extend, finding a position that's not quite fully stacked for the limbs of the base, but that's okay, and you can stag legs as optional. Coming back down. Again, feet next to the ears. Makes it really nice and easy to stand up.
The next one, we have folded leaf.
So similar to the front plank or bird entry, and then we scoop, receive the shoulders, lengthen, help the flyer to relax, stretch, and lengthen their spine here. Nice. Being nice and slow and careful on the exit because of a blood rush.
And the last one, we have shin to foot.
So a little tempo here, out and in. We scoop up, receive, find this nice child's pose or fully extended option.
And then another bonus point is this. We call it Ave Maria.
Very nice. Whoa. Okay.
Oh, so before we close this video, we would like to ask a few, one or two questions to these two people that are joining us this time.
No,
I
that's
thought we
afterwards. That's a separate video.
Is it? Alright, those are the poses in this video. And thank you so much for having us and practicing with us. And
Thank you to Minty.
Yeah.
Thank you to Brent. You guys were awesome. Did great. We really appreciate you joining the practice. I hope you had fun at home. And if you struggled at all with any of the poses, keep working at it. Keep practicing. It's the key to any good yoga practice.
And
We'll see you next time.
in our next video.
Thank you.